Right, everybody. It's the Film Optimist. Um, this was a tough one. I was staying away from top tens for a while because this was just a very daunting video for me. Truly, I didn't know how to tackle this one. Um, this is my top 10 favorite bad movies. So bad that they're good. Um, the best of the bad. It was really hard because I'm like, there's so many. Like, I'm the film optimist for a reason. Um, I coined the name years ago because I love movies. It's very hard to upset me with movies. It's even harder to see a movie for what it is. Bad. This is a bad movie, but I'm having so much fun with it. Um, to realize that this movie isn't good. It's bad, but I'm enjoying it because of how bad it is. I guess it's making me laugh. And there's a lot that I can think of, but there's a lot that I don't agree with as well. For instance, somebody in this thread on Reddit, I know already Reddit, right? God, where is it? I just passed it. I've never seen Last Airbender. I think I would hate it. There's one that I was like, I would put this on the list if I agreed that it's bad, but I don't think it's bad. The Sharknado movies for sure. I still haven't seen any of them. Um, Hot Chick. I'm a sucker for Rob Schneider movies. Yeah, I could put some Rob Schneider movies on there. What's the one? Like Billy Madison, right? Is it goes around and around in circles for me with Billy Madison. Billy Madison's such an idiot. The humor is so stupid, but that's what makes it genius. And I think that's why it's a genius film. It it, it doesn't set out to make it like a bad movie, and it's so bad that it's good. It's just good. Someone said Kung Pao Into the Fist. That's not bad. It's God. What is the movie though that I had another one? There's Bubble Boy. I don't agree with Bubble Boy. Con Air. I was gonna put on the list, but I genuinely don't think that's a bad movie. I think it's a really good movie. Um, really good. It might be stretching a little bit, but I enjoy the fuck out of that movie. Without further ado, here's my top 10 movies that I know are bad. Boys, just okay. Um, Number 10 is The Room. Got to give it up to the OG. Arguably the best of the bad for a lot of people. I found it personally boring as fuck when I watched it. I need to rewatch it. It's so quotable. Um, I don't hate on it for being people's favorites of the bad. So I got to give it up to them. Number 9 is The Core. I was reminded of this one. The plot is so stupid. The Earth's core is going to die or like something's gonna happen. That's so scientifically impossible. And even more so, let's drill to the center of the Earth to restart the Earth's core. That's a suicide mission. Surely, spoiler alert for anyone that wants to watch the core or hasn't seen it, and, a lot of people live. More than just one person lives. It's like you think surely, okay, someone's gonna survive this. Someone's gonna survive this. The main character somehow, plot holes and stuff like that. That's crazy. Another one honorable mention goes to The Day After Tomorrow. I thought that movie was amazing as a kid, and then rewatching it, I was like, this is stupid. Four giant tornadoes, like giant F10s. It's like how, like fucking how, and an ice age. Just oh my god. um, Number 8 is Sucker Punch. This one's really fun. I haven't seen this one in a while, but it's so funny to me because back in high school, I watched this movie and I love how musically driven it was. I love the soundtrack. I love the cinematography, and among other things. And it's I challenged this film. I challenged critics over this film. I said, "This is a masterpiece. This is an amazing film. How dare you call this movie bad?" And it's pretty bad. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. Got a dumb premise to it. Girls in a psych ward, and they with music can travel to a different world and fight, and it's like isekai, like shit, like but like for like really smooth brain people like me, I guess, because I fucked with that movie hard. I was like, this movie's dope. I love it. Um, they should really like do something with that IP for real. Like make an anime, make an isekai or however the fuck you say it. Isekai. Make a sucker punch isekai because that's what it is basically. Um, I think that would be sick. Number seven is B movie. It's a cartoon, right? How what's like what about food fight? What about stuff like that? What about there's a lot that I can think of that are arguably worse. I think the premise, the idea of bees suing the human race will always make me just smile, just always make me laugh. I can't believe they did that, and it's great that it exists. I love how divisive it is. That people say it's a piece of shit movie, and some people say like it's genius. Like myself, I think it's genius. God, B movie is great. Like arguably shouldn't be on this list, but I put it on there, so whatever. It's my list. Fuck you. Six, Jingle All the Way. We talked about this one in my Christmas movies list. It's bad. It's funny. it's and there's some real there's some stuff that aged way like stuff that aged really like milk. But oh, yeah, just the plot of a dad, just commercialism, just consumerism, just I'm gonna fight people with my fists over this doll to get my son this Turbo Man doll. And then him being Turbo Man will always stick with me, and him being like, "You," he's like, he's pointing right at his son, and Jamie is his name, Anakin Skywalker from Phantom Menace, and his little chubby friend next door, little spoiled fuck. He's actually a cool kid. His parents aren't, but it's his friend, and he kind of makes some sly rich kid comments like, "Oh, I got shit more than you, haha." But he goes, "Oh, I think he's pointing at me. I think he's pointing at me." And he's like, "No, no, no." And then finally he's like, "Jamie." He's like, "Turbo Man knows my name." It's like, that's your fucking dad, idiot. Who else sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger? What the fuck, dude? I love Jingle All the Way. Punches a reindeer in the face. That's hilarious. There's a bomb joke, and it turns out that it actually was a bomb. Oh man, there's so much. Oh, that movie's perfect. Number five, we were halfway through the list. There's a lot of bad horror movies too, and and I don't mean just like haha. That's what no. There's like bad, legitimately bad movies, and I gotta say, among the bad horror movies, sits one that I really love. It's Jason X. Jason in space. Whenever they take something and put it in space, arguably genius. But like really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. But Jason X's design, the comedy. It's such a weird movie, and I love it. I can't wait to watch throughout all the horrible, shitty Friday the 13th movies just to get to Jason X. I really want to get to Jason X. Um, Freddy versus Jason could have been here too. Um, what we could have had. Um, yeah, so uh, the next one's Spice World. I see this one a lot as being a terrible film. I have watched this movie. I haven't reviewed it here yet, but I have reviewed it on my Facebook. People really hate this movie. I had so much fun with it. Ooh, another honorable mention goes to a Big Time movie, the Big Time Rush movie. My nephews loved Big Time Rush. We used to laugh and mock my nephews for being children and liking children's TV. And then watching Big Time Movie, which is basically an ode to the Beatles. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. It's the same like writers as a Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. So it's like, oh, this is my type of humor too. I would have loved Big Time Rush as a kid. Probably will if I ever watch it. So yeah, Big Time Movie. And Spice World very much has that kind of like it's they're in London. The Spice Girls are chilling, just having a grand old time. It's fun. I feel like I'm forgetting so many movies here. This is hard. This is hard. I'll tell you, I don't like frogs. I don't think that's a. I don't think that's that special, really. It's kind of goofy, but um, we're in the top three now. Number three is Freddy vs. Jason. So it's funny. I mentioned Jason X. I just changed it just now because number three was Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky is always like just the title, man. It just makes me feel iggy. It's such a unique entry in the Child's Play series, the Chucky series. Not the Chucky TV series, but you know, but it's so weird in the Child's Play canon. I do like it a lot. I like all the Chucky movies except the third one. The third one kind of sucks. There are things I like about it, but Freddy versus Jason, man, is the two masters of horror fighting each other. I do love versus movies anyway. Just Alien versus Predator. That's a good one. Those are also bad. They could have been on here too. The first one anyway. The second one's really garbage. Kind of going all over the place. Um, Number two is Leprechaun in the Hood. The best Leprechaun movie. I saw the Leprechaun series on here and I was like, yeah, those are bad. Honestly, I can admit that, but I have a lot of fun with Leprechaun movies. And Leprechaun in the Hood is the best one of them all and is the most ridiculous. Some people might argue the one in space, Leprechaun 4 in space, but Leprechaun in the Hood is where it's at. And number one, to no surprise whatsoever, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I defended this movie tooth and nail when I was a kid. I've already reviewed it. Go check that one out. Um, I defended it tooth and nail as being a good film, and it is not a good film. And watching as an adult, I can genuinely say, with everything, it is a horrible, horrendous piece of trash, and I love it so much. It makes me smile. The fight scenes are dope. The music is great. The acting is abysmal, but it makes it so funny. Too bad you will die. It's like, oh, there's so many great lines. It's so great. Um, yeah, it's Mortal Kombat Annihilation. What are your favorite bad movies and all that jazz? All that jazz. Take care, everybody. You know, just love what you love. Do what you want to do. Tell me what I forgot. And there might be some that you're going to be like, I cannot believe you didn't pick this one. I cannot believe you didn't pick my favorite. I can't believe the room isn't higher. You know, just shout at me. Just degrade me in the comments. You know, that's what I love. All right. Take care, everybody.